Even to the parents they say, dear parents, mother or father, please don't fight among yourselves. If you fight, who will bring toys for us? Who will love us? You will be busy with your own fighting. But we need your love. We need your guidance. We need the good words from you. So this is the kind of the world. Our elders, I don't know how they have become so short-sighted. They are not far-sighted. Very unfortunate. And had they been far-sighted, they would have not created nuclear bombs, neutron bombs, hydrogen bombs. They have endangered the whole world. The whole world is in danger of nuclear holocaust and collapse. So this is the kind of world. But who will save it? This is the elders have done it. There are few, you might have seen the floats, tableaus. They are all teaching its material for children. You might have seen the nuclear bombs and nuclear bombs. Half of the world is full of bombs. They are our elders. So we will bring about change. It is the children who will bring about the change. So we are preparing the mindset of the future generation that you think, apart from education, along with your education, you also think in future the world has to be united. For the generations of this generation as well as for the coming generation. Chief Justice David Hilario of Philippines gave a beautiful judgment. He said, children born and yet to be born have the right for safe ecology. Because the government of Philippines gave, contracts for deforestation. And the children, 36 children of Philippines filed an appeal in the High Court. And they were defeated. But then again, the children went to the Supreme Court. And the matter came before the Chief Justice, David Hilario. And he said, no, children have a right. Children born and yet to be born have a right for safe ecology. And after this judgment, all the cutting of trees, deforestation was stopped, and also the nuclear testing was also stopped. So dear children, you have to create that kind of world. So you have been shown the world parliament. Ultimately, this world requires United Nations doing good things. They are doing a human service, cultural. They are doing so many international events. United Nations Day, Youth Day, Women Day. So many things they are doing. Good. They are through the UNICEF, UNESCO, World Health Organization, ILO, International Labour Organization, World Bank, International Court of Justice. They are doing a lot of things. But the territorial disputes, they are unable to discuss or to settle. The issue of Kashmir, that is India and Pakistan issue, they have not been able to solve. It is nearly 70 years have passed. Issue of Israel or Palestine, issue of South Korea, North Korea, issue of Iraq and Iran, they are in conflict. So all these issues, they require some solution. And the solution lies only in one thing: the world should be united. And after that, there should be world parliament. If not, the full-fledged, at least like that of the European Parliament of 28 countries, with the 28 countries of Europe have joined hands and they have formed a European Parliament. And no country has given its sovereignty. They are all sovereign states. Still, yet they have a parliament. And out of these 28 countries, 18 countries have made one currency. That is the euro currency. The example is before us. We all know during the Second World War, the Europe was destroyed. 20th century was made most brutal and murderous and human history. The then Secretary General Kofi Annan, I had a lot of correspondence with him, and I wrote a letter to him that children born in it to be born, their future is becoming very, very insecure and unprotected. You should do something. In that case, you are a Secretary General of the United Nations. You cannot run away from a responsibility. So he wrote back to me a beautiful letter. On 11th of May 1999, he wrote to me, there are three problems in the world. Half of the people of this world are living in abject poverty with less than $2 a day. The 20th century has been most brutal and murderous and human history. Let 21st century be more humane. And third thing he wrote was, the climate of the world seems to be changing in a way which could destroy homes and livelihood of millions and millions of people. These are the big issues facing mankind. But we at United Nations can do nothing alone either. Our strength is the strength of our member nations. When they act together for the common good, for the benefit of the children, when they act together. And it is up to you, Mr. Gandhi, to make sure your leaders come to New York for the Millennium Summit thoroughly resolved to take decisions which could lead to a better life for all of us and for our children of the world. He says it is up to you, Mr. Gandhi, and the people of the United Nations. That means 7 billion people of the world. It is up to you to make sure your leaders come thoroughly resolved to the United Nations in the first Millennium Summit. He said we are having the first ever, biggest ever Millennium Summit of world leaders, where for the first time all the world leaders will come only. No representative. The President and the Prime Minister will come.
The day was dedicated for puzzle challenge rounds for Key Stage 2 children of grades 5 and 6 in the age group of 10 to 11 years and the Key Stage 3 of grades 8 and 9 falling in the age group of 13 to 14 years. In all, 560 contestants from 26 countries took the challenge of individual puzzle contest. In the morning session, Key Stage 2 contestants had to play 8 games each in puzzle challenge against volunteers. 10 points for every win, 5 points for a draw, and 0 points for a loss. Each participant was given 5 minutes to play the puzzle. Professor Sun conducted the contest. Individuals who, after 8 puzzle games, scored more than 40 points went on to play bonus round, wherein they were required to complete the Pattern 2017 IMC using puzzle chips to score maximum 70 points. That is 10 points per character. Professor Sun explained how these puzzles are conceived by the worldwide network of puzzle enthusiasts hailing from a wide cross-section of professionals who have formed a puzzle club, of which Professor Sun is an active member. While some of the puzzles are computer generated, the puzzles are designed by him for school children that requires logical and critical thinking. In the afternoon, the same set of puzzle games were used for the Key Stage 3 contestants, wherein the time limit was 3 minutes. The team leader from Canada, Mr. Shaw Greaves, mathematics lecturer from the University of Alberta, explained that there exists a strategy in solving each puzzle and no room for chance or luck. What emerged during the day's proceedings is that if today's students want to compete in the global society, they must be proficient communicator, creator, critical thinkers, and collaborators. Education must complement over and above the taught subjects these 4 C's to prepare young people for global citizenship and global workforce. Twenty-first century education has to be flexible, inspiring, supportive, and involving. Welcome delegates of India International Mathematics Competition to Lucknow, the city famous for its syncretic culture, tradition, religion, refinement in language, etiquette, cuisine, world-famous craft of chicken curry, zardozi, kinkab, best school education with the world's largest school by pupils, a Guinness Book of World Record, the City Montessori School, and the city made famous since the turn of the century, wherein a school organizes the International Conference of Chief Justices of the World. School as a lighthouse of society, the role and goal of CMS education, the host of this mega event, is to impart education in the 3 realities of a child, that is, material, human, and divine, so that the youth coming out of its portals has inherently imbibed the ancient Indian wisdom of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, translated as Earth is but one country and mankind its citizens, and all his or her actions support the school motto of Jai Jagat, loosely translated as Hail the World, as this earth is our only home and hope. 21st century knowledge and skill requires an understanding of the differences between push and pull learning, that is, learning experience brought to life. City Montessori School RDSO campus is thus organizing this mega event of India International Mathematics Competition, attracting young mathematicians from 5 continents: Asia, Africa, Australia, Europe, and North America. Organized by CMS RDSO campus at the CMS World Unity Convention Center in technical support of Dr. Simon L. Chua, President Mathematics Trainers Guild, the Philippines, and Professor Van Heisen Sun, Chairman Executive Board of IMC from Taiwan. Here is the huge delegation of young mathematicians from around the globe interacting with the members of the press, followed by a group photograph. On day 3 of the competition round at India International Mathematics Contest 2017, the day was dedicated to intense contest for both the Key Stage 2 and Key Stage 3 contestants. The day began with the individual contest held simultaneously for both the Key Stage 2 and 3. Key Stage 2 participants were required to complete the paper in 120 minutes, while Key Stage 3 in 90 minutes. Similar situation was seen at the group contest in the afternoon. Both the rounds were ably moderated and monitored by Dr. Simon L. Chua and Professor Sun. Today's life and work environments require far more than thinking skills and content knowledge. The ability to navigate the complex life and work environments in the globally competitive information age requires students to pay rigorous attention to developing adequate life and career skills. Day 4 of the contest saw a different side of India IMC 2017 when, in the evening, delegates of 26 countries came together at the state-of-the-art huge CMS Gomtinagar Second Campus Auditorium to present a cultural evening. The evening was graced by the chief guest Mr. Sanjay Agrawal, IAS, and addressed by Dr. Simon L. Chua.
Light my path when it is dark. Strengthen my faith when I falter. Protect me from my demons. Help me deal with my shadows. Grant that I may overcome my fears. May this light spread far and wide
for peace and harmony,
and spread the message of peace and harmony all over the world.
Keep this light always burn.
Friends, glimpse of the world society on the stage through this cultural evening. Enjoy.
सब धर्मों का सभी जगह हो सुंदर एक भवन, जिसके प्रांगण में हो एकता शांति और अमन। हृदय एक हो सबके, एक हो सबकी भावना, मिलके करे सब प्रार्थना, तब आएगी सद्भावना। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। Jesus, my Jesus,
अल्लाह नूर उपाया कुदरत दे सब बंदे।
बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि, धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि, संघं शरणं गच्छामि। विद्यालय के पाठ्यक्रमों में एक विषय अनिवार्य हो, एकता का पाठ पढ़े, सब धर्मों का सत्कार हो, सबके मन में सबके लिए हो उन्नति की शुभकामना। सबके मन में सबके लिए हो उन्नति की शुभकामना।
ओ परम पिता है एक सभी का, सब में हो ये भावना।
परम पिता है एक सभी का, सब में हो ये भावना। एक ही छत के नीचे हो अब सब धर्मों की प्रार्थना। एक ही छत के नीचे हो अब सब धर्मों की प्रार्थना।
ओ परम पिता है एक सभी का, सब में हो ये भावना।
परम पिता है एक सभी का, सब में हो ये भावना। एक ही छत के नीचे हो अब सब धर्मों की प्रार्थना, अब सब धर्मों की प्रार्थना, अब सब धर्मों की प्रार्थना।
So the PowerPoint should be coming up soon. But basically, our quiz is a general knowledge quiz about Australia. And a representative from each team will be standing to answer the questions. So each question, You can answer with either heads, tails, or heads and tails. At the end of each question, the answer will come up, and if you did not select the correct answer, you have to sit down. The last person standing will receive Skippy the kangaroo. Okay. Question 1 is, what is Australia's currency? Please stand up. A representative from each team, please stand up.
कैसे ओ तस्टेर बनी परोवे